Good hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So it's almost June, which kind of blows my mind away, but that means it is time for a new TBR, and this month I'll be participating in the Olympic Games readathon. So in case you couldn't tell from the aesthetic that I have in my room and the color of my dress, I am on Team Poseidon. I've been a water bug for basically all my life, and so it was no surprise to me that when I took the quiz that I was going to be in Team Poseidon. It just kind of made sense. I kind of knew it before I even took the quiz. That being said, I created my spread, which you will see at the end of this video, but I have 5 mandatory challenges and 3 additional challenges that I need to pick books for. And as you guys know from last month, I started doing Spin the TBRs. So of course, we're gonna pull it back up. I'm going to use the prompts from here to try and find books that are going to fit these challenges. And I'm going to kind of combine both, so fingers crossed this works out well. The challenges that I have to complete are: gain favor of the sea god by reading a book set at the sea or at the coast. This one might be difficult, only because I did this challenge, last month for the owls, and I couldn't find a book that was set at the sea to save my life, so let's hope I figure it out. Challenge number 2 is Poseidon's son Percy is a talented swordsman. Read a book in which the main character uses a sword. Challenge number 3, humans are not a common sight in Poseidon's underwater palace. Read a book with a non-human main character. Challenge number 4, Trident. Finish a book in 3 days. Challenge number 5, the ocean is vast and unexplored. Read a book you have not heard much of before. And then finally, the additional challenges: Pegasus writing, a book published within the last 5 years. Monster fighting, a book featuring magical creatures. And canoeing, a book with a blue cover. I also will be attempting to read the group book, which is, Love is War? War is Love? I don't know, I'm gonna put it right here. It's a book that I've heard of recently, and I'm going to try and find it on Libby or Scribd or something, because I don't own it physically, and quite frankly I bought a lot of books and I don't want to buy more right now. And you guys will see all of the books that I've recently bought in a haul video once that package comes in. That is besides the point. I want to try and focus on the books that are on my shelves, so we are going to get started, oh my god, with spin number 1. Okay, this is exciting. I actually, months and months and months ago, it's probably last year at this point, I had asked on Instagram for a bunch of my friends to recommend some of their favorite books to me, and I created a spreadsheet with 48 books on there. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna go random number generator from 1 to 48. Oh, not 410. There we go, 48. That number is 18. Okay, and the book is The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet. To a Small Angry Planet. Oh god. Now I have to figure out which challenge this would fit. Okay, so since this is a sci-fi, I could potentially put this under challenge number 3, read a book with a non-human main character, because the pilot is an exotic reptilian. So I could put this there, or I could put it under challenge number 5, the ocean is vast and unexplored. Read a book that you have not heard much of before, because I've only really heard maybe 3 or 4 people talk about this book. You will see as I continue with these spins. I'm getting kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, spin number 2. Okay, most recent, which means one of the most recent books that I've bought. Like I said, I have a package coming in that isn't here yet. It was supposed to come last Friday, so I don't know where it is, and it's kind of upsetting. So one of the most recent purchases that I have made is The Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackwith. I have heard so many people rave about this book on Booksta and recently on BookTube, and so, I mean, it's been blurbed by Shannon McGuire as The Good Place Means Law and Order, Bibliophile Crime Unit, and it's about this library where hell meets heaven meets earth. It just seems like such a gripping novel, and I'm very, very excited to read this. And this fits the additional challenge of a book published within the last 5 years. All right, spin number 3. Yes! Okay, I got short read, and I think this is the one that I'm able to kind of pick whatever I want from my shelves that fits one of these prompts. So I'm gonna go do some perusing. I'm considering a short read anything under 150 pages. I actually don't think I have anything that I own that's 150 pages. Okay, so I know I said that I consider short books anything under 150 pages. However, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman is 291 according to like what I have on my phone. It's a graphic novel. It really won't take me that long. So I'm going to consider this my short book. And I think I'm gonna have to put this for Trident finish a book in 3 days. Now I don't know if that means to finish it in/under 3 days, because I know I can finish this in like a day. So I'm gonna say it's within 3 days, and I'm gonna put that for challenge number 4. And I know Anna over at T Reads is going to be very, very happy that this is finally on my TBR and I'm finally going to be reading it. All right, next spin. One-word title. These one-word titles are always really difficult because I don't own a lot of one-word title books. I'm gonna go search. I have a feeling I know which book I'm going to pick, but I have to double check to see if it's going to fit the prompt that I'm thinking of. So fingers crossed that it does. Okay, so I actually have 2 books that could fit this prompt. The first being Truth Witch by Susan Dennard, which is the first book in the Witchland series. I read this in July of last year, and I read it for, which readathon was it? Is it for the Reading Rush? If I'm gonna be honest, I really don't remember a lot about it because I listened to it over audio and I don't think that was the wisest move. So I do remember really enjoying it, but I feel like I didn't retain enough, so I want to reread it so I can continue the series. This could be used for monster fighting, a book featuring magical creatures. Sophia uses magic, and I mean, she's got knives in her hand, so this could also work for challenge number 2, reading a book with the main character using a sword, but that's one option. And the next is to read God's Grave by Jay Kristoff, which is book 2 in the Nevernight Nevernight Chronicles. And obviously Mia literally has 2 swords in her hand. I could, but do I want to? So I'm gonna come back to this decision at the end and see which book I want to put on my TBR and go from there. Next spin. Series. Okay, so I could technically put both of these on my TBR. And I think, you know what? I'm just going to do that because I do need to continue the Nevernight Chronicle series. I read Nevernight last month, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I do want to read Truth Witch again so that I can continue that series. So I think we're just killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to use both for those 2 challenges, and I'm very happy that just turned out in my favor. All right, we are winding down to the last couple of picks, so we're spinning. And I got a standalone. Okay, interesting. I don't have a lot of standalones, so I'm going to try to pick a standalone that fits either a book that I haven't heard much about before, or a book set at the sea or at the coast, or a blue book. So the book that I picked is The Secrets You Keep by Kate White. I believe this is like a murder mystery thriller kind of book. I have literally never heard anybody talk about this. I bought it off Book Outlet maybe over a year ago. It's been sitting on my shelf ever since, and what a better time to pick it up, am I right? It's on my TBR now. 2 more spins. Okay, audiobook. We're gonna go into Scribd and see what's actually available right now. And great, nothing. Hello? So all of these books are available tomorrow. I think I'm gonna make this a mood read. I'm going to make whatever this audiobook is going to be a mood read / whatever is available for the book set at the sea or coast. Now I find that I have a really hard time finding books that are set at the sea / coast that I actually enjoy, because I read Sawkill Girls, I didn't really love that. I've read Salt to the Sea and I absolutely adored that, so it bothers me that I can't find anything that I like in that same realm. I'm going to leave that space open for when a bunch of these Scribd books that I have saved come available again. Fingers crossed that something good comes up. We are down to the final challenge, which is a book with a blue cover. My hope is that whatever the spin is going to be will apply to a blue book. 5-star prediction. Interesting. Okay, time to go find a blue book that I think will be a 5. Oh boy. Just from looking at my shelves, I'm seeing some books that could be they would be rereads, but I know that they would be 5 stars. So I could do that. Or I could pick a new book that I've never read before and make that. Okay, we have decisions to make. I'll be back. I decided that instead of rereading a book that I know is going to be a favorite, I want to really, like I've said, push myself to finish the books that are on my shelves. And with that being said, I'm picking All the Light You Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This book has been on my TBR for literally forever. I have a feeling that I'm really going to love this book, and I mean, it's quite dense. It has like blacked out. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I'm actually flipping through the book in a really long time, and I've never seen that page. I know that this is going to be hard hitting. I know that, I don't know, I just have some really good feelings about this book, and it's the war era that I actually really enjoy reading about. I love historical fiction novels and I don't read enough of them. Picking this, it looks like in person, it looks kind of green. On film, it looks blue. So I'm picking this as my blue book and for the final spin. Overall, I have a fairly diverse month of reading. I have 5 physical books, 2 ebooks, and 1 audiobook. I am going to use A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet for the non-human main character challenge. So to wrap everything up, for challenge number 1, a book set at the sea or coast, I'm going to pick an audiobook that is available on Scribd, and I think it'll be easier to listen to an audiobook that has that setting. Or I could reread Percy Jackson. I'm gonna write that down. But again, I'm going to leave that as a bit more of a mood read. Challenge number 2 is to read a book where the main character uses a sword, and I'm going with God's Grave by Jay Kristoff with Mia dual wielding over here. Challenge number 3 is read a book with a non-human main character, and like I said, that's going to be A Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet. Challenge number 4, read a book in 3 days. I'm going to say within 3 days, and that is going to be Heartstopper by Alice Oseman Volume 1. Challenge number 5 is read a book that you have not heard much of before, and that is The Secrets You Keep by Kate White. For the additional challenges, challenge number 1 is to read a book published in the last 5 years, and that is The Library of the Unwritten, which was published in 2019. The next challenge is to read a book featuring magical creatures, and I'm picking Truthwitch by Susan Dennard because they use magical elements in order to fight. And finally, the last challenge, a book with a blue cover, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. So here is what the spread looks like. I had a ton of fun doing this spread. I definitely didn't intend to make both May and June blue, but that's what ended up happening. Perfectly content with it. Really enjoyed making this spread. As you can see, I kind of kept up with the collage method for that first part, and I put all the prompts on the right. Flipping over into the June Days Red, I kind of like the way this looked a little bit better than last month. I don't know, the small edits definitely made a difference, and so kept the vibes the same. And finally, the June favorite quotes page. I found that with my May quotes page, I had a lot of space left over, so I used some of the aesthetic printouts that I had to fill in this space. That is it for the June TBR for the Olympic Games. I'm super excited to be participating in this. I'm going to link all of the readathon information down below in the description so that you guys can check it out. And if you choose to participate, let me know which team that you will be representing. Good luck to all of my fellow Poseidon teams out there. And if you liked this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, I'll talk to you on Instagram.